Well, guys, our crappy run of luck continued the other day, a couple days ago now. She drove that and got part of the way to work, and all of a sudden, poof, steam, coolant going everywhere. Well, it blew a freaking heater hose, if you can believe that, but she made it back home. So I wasn't feeling too hot at the time. I still don't feel very good, but so we asked that guy, neighbor's friend, who had volunteered to fix the intake gaskets and stuff. We asked him about fixing it, even though the other thing we asked him about fixing, he blew us off for a few days, and I ended up fixing it myself anyways. So we said, well, we really need to get this fixed. Let's give him another shot. So he came right over that day, fixed the hose that blew, which I could have done, but I just wasn't feeling very good. Well, then when he got done fixing the hose, the freaking car wouldn't start. Well, what could it have been? I drove it to where it was parked and he was working on it. So anyways, instead of trying to figure out what happened, he's like, well, I gotta go and I can't come back until Tuesday. We were like, what the F? So yesterday, even though I didn't feel good, checked it out myself, traced the problem, and found out that something had come unplugged on the engine. One of the main wires that goes to the ignition coils, somehow miraculously it got unplugged, and it's not the kind of wire that just can come unplugged. You physically have to pull a little tab to release the wire. So I don't have a clue. Did he, because it was very close to the hose he fixed, I mean it was within an inch of the hose he fixed, I think he may have unplugged it to give himself finger room to get in there to do the hose, and then he just freaking forgot to plug it back in. But either way, it cost me hours of time last night, because like, what the hell could have happened? We could not, I knew when I saw the coil that the wire was missing. I knew right there, hey, the plug's missing for that coil ignition module. Where is it? So we spent time looking and looking and looking. We couldn't find it. So I ended up taking the 3 ignition coils off of it so that I could see. I can actually show you now. She's back. Pop. Let me pause it for a second. Okay, I'm back. So right up under there, right there's all the ignition coils. One of the 3 wires that goes to the ignition coil was not plugged in, which would not let it start. Well, the freaking wire somehow ended up way down here. I had to jack it up, get up under the car, and it's probably 2 foot of wire that was hanging way down. It was almost touching the ground. So, oh my God, finally figured that out. It was well after dark last night before I got this thing running again. Talk about frustrating. It was something that should have been taken care of in the afternoon by that other person. So there's where we're at. It's back on the road now. Hopefully this isn't going to be a trend where this thing keeps breaking down on us. So it's insane. So we'll be back to chat about other things. So while I took a pause in recording this video, we have a visitor. How cool is that? I'm sure there's probably another one around here somewhere. I think she heard the dog sneeze. let's continue on with this update. Shared all the car troubles with you. Haven't shown you the colors. They're really starting to pop now. Look at the frickin' sky. Just gorgeous right now. 70-ish degrees, 74 maybe. The bottom's supposed to drop out in a couple days though, and we're supposed to like only have highs in the 50s, and that's the normal for us this time of year. Well, that's quite depressing. The car issue's been quite depressing. The way I feel's been quite depressing. I felt good about a week ago. I had 2 days that were like, would have never known anything was wrong. I felt 95% energy, not wobbly, not shaky, not off balance, not anything. And now the last 4 days I've been weak, off balance, don't feel right. Just never know, is this how it's going to be from now on now? I don't know. 4.5 months into this post-surgery thing, so I don't know. It's scary, I'll tell you that. Because I've seen cases where this cancer takes people out in 7 months. And I'm 4.5 months into it. And feeling the effects of being weak, feeling stupid. There's no other way to describe it. Feeling stupid. I can't figure out simple things sometimes. Can't walk right. Especially last night. Oh my God, working on the car last night. We were out there till after dark. We, meaning Tracy, was trying to help me. And I wasn't feeling so stupid or anything last night, but I was very uncoordinated, very weak. And it's just really difficult when you're uncoordinated, especially getting up on a milk crate, getting down, crawling under the car. It's just really frustrating, and I don't know how long I can keep pushing myself like this. I should not even be pushing myself like this, but what choice do you have when you're relying on somebody else that's obviously not reliable? We gave him 2 chances to fix our car, and he's 0 for 2. I mean, I can't believe he walked away. Oh, it won't start. Well, I can't come back until, I can't remember what she said, Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday. Well, F that. We need our frickin' car. So, that's all of that. And I go for my brain scan on Tuesday, and I gotta tell you, I'm scared. I don't even know if I'll be able to sleep on Monday night. I just, the results of this thing are everything. So even if they're good, it's still not great because of the type of cancer it is. There's no cure. And every day that goes by, every day that I'm stumbling, every day that I'm needing my walker, like yesterday after working on the car, I was so exhausted I had to use the walker to get back in the house. I felt okay today. I didn't need the walker, but I sure was shaky walking. And so I have no choice. I have to stop doing these things. But when things in your life keep going horribly wrong, you have to fix what you can, right? So, and then that brings us back to firewood. We got approved for our grant, so to speak, but they didn't give us the full $1,000. They approved us for like $525 or something. Property taxes and like the car insurance. Well, neither of those things are important to us. The property taxes don't get paid until, we don't generally pay them until February when she gets her income tax refund. So we weren't worried about the property taxes. We definitely were not worried about the car insurance, house insurance, because that comes out of my check every month automatically. That's something we don't notice. But the thing that they're not doing for us is they're not buying us firewood. Well, guess what, guys? I didn't buy any firewood because I thought it was a no-brainer that they would buy us firewood to help us heat our house. So since they're not buying us firewood, now I have to buy firewood, which now takes away from the money that I was planning on using to try to get a larger propane tank, if you can understand where I'm going with that. So the money that I was counting on getting for firewood, the savings I was going to get from them buying us firewood, I was going to use to try to get a bigger propane tank. Well, now that they're not buying us firewood, I can't get a bigger propane tank. I now have to focus on buying frickin' firewood. And I explained that to him. I said, this is the propane or the property taxes are not important. I said, yes, we appreciate that. That's something we won't have to worry about, but we won't have to worry about that until February next year. We need firewood. I don't understand why guys don't understand this. You're supposed to be helping us with the things we need. Well, the two things you're paying are not things we need right now. So that kind of effed us over there. And I haven't bought any firewood because we were counting on getting this. And had they approved buying firewood, we'd be set. Like they approved the property taxes and the car insurance or house insurance, whichever it is. It doesn't even say on the breakdown. But that's not even something that we asked for. They just asked us to submit bills. Well, they just pick and chose out of the bills we submitted the property taxes and the insurance. And it's like the firewood was the most important thing. I stressed that to him so many times, that the firewood was the most important freaking thing in everything. And it just got blown off. So I don't know. Even the simplest effing things can't go right for us. But I just thought I'd come on here and do an update for you guys. Tracy would be out here, but she's sick. Like with a head cold or something. I don't know. She just feels miserable right now. So I really can't think of much else to talk about. I don't think I'll be back before I have my scan. We have to go all the way to frickin' Grand Rapids for the scan. That sucks, but on the plus side, Carl's borrowing his wife's brand new Tesla. So we'll at least be able to ride in style and comfort down the Grand Rapids and back. So, but like I said, I'm not looking forward to this trip. I have been listening a few nights with the microphone. I am hearing some weird stuff. I think a lot of it's just acorns. Some of it clearly is acorns, you can tell, but some of these other sounds, I don't know that they're acorns because it just doesn't sound right. Some of them sound like something getting thrown on the roof. Bang, 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 bang. And we don't have any oak trees in my yard. The only oak trees around here are way down there and then across the road at Chuck's. Those are the only oak trees that could be dropping acorns, and some of the sounds I'm hearing are very loud, like something is over here throwing acorns at us. So I don't know. But it is the rock throwing season, and I really haven't heard anything other than that, but I probably do have 20 minutes, 15 minutes of audio, but my computer's effing up every time I try to do a video. Crash. Please wait while we restart your program and blah, blah, blah. So my computer's dying. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Of course, right? So, alright guys, well, I just thought I'd check in. And anything interesting happens, you'll certainly know about it. Otherwise, the next thing you will hear from us is the results of my brain scan. Thanks for hanging with us on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday evening. Man, look at that color. It's only going to get better.